What's going on, guys? It's NecroNinja here, and today we are going to show you how to do the brand new Warlord's Ruin dungeon. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below and ring that bell for notifications so you do not miss out on all of my upcoming guides and or videos. Without further ado, let's get into it. One of the big things you're going to notice in this dungeon is that there is a wide area to cover and a lot of places to explore. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to do the mechanics for each of the encounters, but if you'd like me to do a video on all the secrets and fun little stuff in the dungeon, just let me know in the comments down below. So the first encounter is actually going to be our first boss, Rathiel, the first Broken Knight of Fikrul. To start things off in this encounter, we're just going to do a little bit of light ad clearing. After a little bit of time, Rathiel is going to teleport all three of you guys into cages. These cages are going to be on a timer. Once that timer is up, spikes are going to be deployed inside the cages and they're going to kill you. To get out of the cage, there are going to be 3 taken eyes, those little blight eyes, surrounding each of the cages. Break all 3 of the ones surrounding your cage and the door will open. Once out of the cage, you're going to notice that Rathiel has thrown a blighted crux on the ground. I'm going to call these wishes from here on out, just so you know. You're also going to notice that there is a timer on the corner of your screen there that says Imminent Wish. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cleanse these blighted cruxes, these wishes, by standing in the area of effect of them and cleansing them. Once Imminent Wish hits 0, Rathiel's shield is going to disappear. Depending on how many wishes you've cleansed, depends on how long the DPS is going to be. Just rinse and repeat until Rathiel is dead. Right after we kill Rathiel, we're going to get immediately locked away in a dungeon. Each person is going to be locked in their own cell. You take a minute to look around, you're going to notice little gears. When you shoot these gears, they spin. Shooting it once makes it spin to the left. Shooting it twice stops it. Shooting it 3 times makes it spin to the right. You'll also notice that there is a lever that glows that you can shoot as well. And last but not least, 2 of the 3 people are going to be able to see little tally marks. These tally marks represent the gears. There are 6 gears in total, so there should be 6 tally marks between the 2. To open the doors, you're going to need to get all 6 gears spinning in the right direction. Here's a good rule of thumb. When looking at the tally, there will be a skeleton next to it. If the skeleton is on the right, the gears need to be spinning to the right. If the skeleton is on the left, the gears need to be spinning to the left. Get the gears spinning in the right directions and boom, door is open and you guys are free to go. Grab your loot and continue on. After doing some exploring and running through a maze, you're going to come across the second encounter in our second boss fight. Say hello to the Locust of Wailing Grief. To start the encounter, you're going to want to shoot the Taken Blade in the middle. But before you do so, please take note that there are 4 unlit braziers in the middle of the arena. A little while after the boss spawns, he's going to spawn a whole bunch of Acolyte eyes above him. You're going to need to break all of these Acolyte eyes to move on to the next phase of the fight. After you break all of the Acolyte eyes, a giant Scorn is going to spawn on both ends of the arena. Just like in the first boss fight, these Scorn are going to drop the wishes. When you kill one of them, he will also drop a wish. While fighting these big Scorn, the boss is going to summon a blizzard. While you're exposed to the blizzard, you're going to start getting bitter cold stacks. If your bitter cold stacks hit 10, you're going to freeze and die. To prevent that from happening, there are lit torches around the end of the arena. Just stand next to them and it will shelter you from the storm. You will have to venture out though and stand inside of those wishes to cleanse them. You'll notice that you have the Imminent Wish timer again. Once that hits 0, the snowstorm will stop. And if you've cleansed some of those wishes, you'll notice back where you placed the flag, you'll notice some fire orbs over there. You'll need to take these fire orbs and place them in the braziers that are in the middle of the arena. When you put them in, it will light the brazier on fire. After depositing all 4 orbs into the braziers, the damage phase is going to begin. This DPS phase is going to be kind of like doing Caretaker in Vow of Disciple. The boss is going to summon another giant snowstorm, and you're going to need to stand next to the brazier to stay warm and to do damage to the boss. After a little while, the boss will turn off the brazier that you were standing next to. At that point, move on to the next one. When the boss turns them off, he will turn off every brazier that somebody's standing next to. So it's best to everybody group up at one brazier and move as a group. Do this until all 4 are done, and then just rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. Alright, so now you've fought your way all the way to the end. We are here at the final encounter in the final boss fight. Everyone buckle up. This one is sort of a doozy. It has a lot of moving parts to it, but it is something we are going to take everything we learned from the past 2 encounters and apply it here. So much like the second encounter, once we start this boss fight a little while afterwards, the boss is going to spawn a bunch of Acolyte eyes right above itself. Again, we're going to destroy all of them to move on to the next phase of the fight. Once you destroy them all, our wish dropping Scorn are going to spawn, and they're going to do what they always do best, drop wishes. Just like in every other encounter, you'll need to stand in them and cleanse them. But this time, you're going to notice that you're going to get a Hex Corruption on you. If that timer hits 0 while you have the Hex Corruption on you, you're gonna die. But this is where it gets fun. We get to play a nice big game of tag. There will be 3 glowing torch enemies. If you punch one of them, it'll transfer the corruption over to them. If they punch you, it will transfer their corruption back to you. So it's a nice game of tag. Punch, run away. Once the imminent wish timer is up, depending on how many wishes you cleanse, you're going to get a small damage phase here. You'll need to do a set amount of damage to push the boss to the next platform. But if you still have time on your timer, just keep going because you can overdamage him. Once the boss moves to the next platform, you're just going to do the same exact thing over again. Kill the Scorn, cleanse the wishes, play tag, do damage, push him to the next platform. Third platform, same exact thing. Kill the Scorn, cleanse the wishes, push the boss to the next platform. Now, when you get to the tippity top, there are going to be 3 platforms that you can stand on. As a group, stand on 1 platform, because if you stand on multiple platforms, just like the braziers in the second encounter, you're going to lose them after the set damage phase. During this phase, you can damage the boss. Don't have to cleanse anything. The boss is going to start spawning those Acolyte eyes right above itself. You can extend the length of the damage phase by destroying the Acolyte eyes. A real easy method here is just shooting a tether directly at the boss and then using rockets and grenades to do damage, and it'll branch out and break the eyes as you are doing damage to the boss. Once the boss collects enough Acolyte eyes, he is going to throw a blight down on the platform. At that point, you're going to jump to the next platform and then rinse, repeat, and do more damage. This part of the fight is where you're going to get the majority of your damage. So don't really worry too much about the other 3 platforms to get up here. Just make sure you're doing enough damage to push him to each platform. And then when you get here, this is when you really unload. The boss does have a final stand, but don't worry, he will teleport you to the very tippity top of the tower, and you'll just unload and give it everything you have. Make sure you kill him before he gets too many Acolyte eyes, or he's going to wipe the team. And there you go. Congratulations. You just beat Warlord's Ruin. I hope you liked it, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a comment, a like, share this video with your friends. Get out there, get some clears, and get that exotic sidearm. I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. Toodaloos. Bye-bye.